Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and yeah, back on the 89. This episode I want to clean back all the quarter area and start getting them internal panels in and welded. So that's hopefully what we're going to achieve in this episode. Like always, I'm on a time scale, so I'm going to bring you as much as I possibly can. But yeah. Last episode, found the arch was worse than I thought. Kind of thought that would happen, but at the same time I thought I'd repair it. But me being me, I cannot leave it. I can't knowingly know that there's a poor repair there. So I've cut it out and I've put another repair in. Being the arch, you're never going to see it again. Once the interior's in the car, once the quarter panel's on, once, you know what I mean, you're never going to see it. But I know now that there's a clean piece of metal in there. It's welded in. When the car's upside down on a rotisserie, we'll get it fully tidied up. I'm not bothered by that right well. But I want to know that I'm going to cover that area over with a quarter panel and it'd be solid. So, quick recap on that. So, this is the bit we put in. You can see the new bit is still there. And this is just fur tan all over it. That's what the black stuff is. So anything that was bare metal, you can see it's gone black where it's treated it. Put a zinc coating on it. But yeah, pretty happy at that. It is what it is. It's a obviously, well, I think it's a pretty good repair, to be fair, considering what we had. So it was basically the same repair in, but it had the rust still above it. So I've just cut it all out, started again. Off camera, I've kind of come in here with a cup of tea in the evening after work, just trying to get some time, but it's just not worked out. And I've just been trying to play about with these, see where these fit. There's a tiny little bit of surface rust that I do want to sort out in there. But what it is it's this flange that's left on it. It's still attached to the car, so we get a wire wheel in there and start cleaning that up. But that's basically where that's going to sit. And then obviously this panel goes in there somehow. But they all need to fit. And like I say, these are end machine panels, and I'm not very impressed with them at all. They did need a lot of modifying to fit in the other side. But yeah, this one seems to go in pretty nice. It just needs kind of tapping back and finishing. Obviously, we got the sticker off it as well, and it fits nice and flush across the top of the hill board. So this adds quite a lot of strength and rigidity back into the car. On the other side, I didn't bother putting holes in here to plug weld. I literally seam welded the whole thing in because it adds so much more strength back into the car. So that's what we're going to be doing again. Obviously, you can see it's all cavity painted in here. The whole area will get that treatment like I did on the other side, so we should be all sorted. You can see the heat penetration from where I put the seat back in. So I want to try and get to the point in this episode where, I want to get to the point in this episode where all of the internal work's done, the panel fits, and then the next episode we can get the panel on. And then that's the big step sorted. And then I need to work out a rotisserie spit. Pete Mate does have a spit, so I could potentially borrow his. Or I could order one. And yeah, I did have one lined up, but it fell through, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, I want to get these this area done, all the big panels in, and then there might be a few episodes where it's still in this garage, where I'm finishing off loads of little odd jobs. We might do the roof repair in here, just grinding welds back, getting everything primed up. And then when it's on the spit, I've got the valance to fit, loads of other bits and bobs. So we'll get stuck into that in a later video. But yeah, I really want to get it outside. For me, visually seeing it outside on a spit, because it won't turn in this garage, it's too small. So get it outside on the spit, get the underside finished. I've already looked at some brake lines and stuff like that I can get. I buy them pre-made because I don't particularly like doing brake lines myself. It's just so I've done a few and they've gone all right, but the time I get to work on cars, it's not worth my time mucking around doing it when I know a professional can do it and get them done. So, and that's what I did with the Budget Clubman, and it worked out mint. It saves so much time. You literally just get them in a nice bag, shiny bag, all labelled, bang them on the car. So that's what I'll probably do with this, to be fair. But we're trying to get the nice nickel plated ones and stuff like that to go on it. So enough blubbering, let's crack on. If you haven't already, please go check out our sponsors and literally below. We have Minimine. There's a link description below to everything on their eBay shop, and it's a discount code across the bottom of the screen now, 10% off your next purchase. So please go and have a look at that. But yeah, we are just going to crack on. Oh, nearly forgot Frost. Go check out Frost. Everything's in the description below for them. tools and bits and pieces like that. Consumables, you know, your paints and bits and pieces, they do all that. We will be wording up frost very soon when we get to the point that the car's painted, because we want to get the Por 15 paint, I think, for the subframes. Not my mind up. Anyone in the description below, could you please comment if you ever used it? It looks good, but has anyone used it? I'd much prefer to have you guys give a review than rely on a website. Could be completely wrong. There's loads of people on Google saying it's good, some people say it's bad. Frost obviously sell it really well. I've seen good product, I've seen things painted of it and it looks epic, so I'm going to go with them saying it's going to be good, but you guys do it, so let's have a talk about it. Right, set you up, let's get grinding. First point of call, we're going to get rid of the rest of the quarter, but yeah, let's get going. And before we get going, not the last episode, the episode before, did any of you remember me rubbing my face at the end of it? Go back and watch it. So I ended up in eye hospital because of that, because I had a bit of metal, it must have been in my hairline or something like that, and it went in my eye, couldn't get it out. Ever since then I have been a bit slow to get back into this car because it was absolutely agonising. It was horrible. I've had it happen before, but I've managed to get it out, or I've only nicked my eye and scratched it. This time I actually had a chunk of metal in my eye. And I had 3 or 4 days of just trying to persevere with it. I just couldn't do it, so I had to go to hospital. I had a metal removed out my eye with a needle, which if anyone's had that done, it is disgusting and horrible. And then after that, fully like a week of antibiotics. Hence why I got one with the Volvo Amazon and things like that. So to counter that and to have it never happen again, treat myself to this. It's 20, I think it's 23 quid or something off eBay. I have no idea if it's any good, but the reviews are really good on it. And it's basically, I should be wearing one of these anyway with grinding. A lot of people do comment me using that. And it's got proper goggles attached to the top of it. So I might look like I'm cooking an illegal substance or like a scientist or something, but I don't care. I genuinely want to road test this and see if it's any good, because I think it's going to improve my health. I won't be breathing so much crap, and also my eyes are completely secluded in there. So yeah, you'll probably see me using this in a very, or well, if it works out, I'll keep it and crack on with it and use it, because I don't want to go back to hospital. I want to give you guys content and build my cars. Right, I didn't put you through all the grinding, but all down this edge now here is clear. You can see obviously the mark I've made is where the new panel comes up to, but I'm not going to cut there on the car. I'm actually going to cut the panel where I want it. Now I've got more surface area to weld on. Did that on the Clubman and it worked out better. Likewise with there, the panel actually has like a hole in it for when they've obviously coated it. I think they hang them up. So I'll cut that off the panel and keep the car, because the car's good. So we cut the car there a little bit further up and then put the panel in. All that's ground back. I've started cleaning back the archer edge here. All that's cleaned back. Cleaned back all in there, and you can, no, they're sitting there on their own, look. So them panels are sat there waiting to go. So I think what I want to do next, just finish his arch off, so I know I've done all the old bit, and then I'll get these in their resting place prepped up, and let's get the welder out, get them in, loads of strength back in this corner then, and then we'll start mock fitting the quarter panel, and then that way we know where we're at. Also, I don't know what state my face is in, but that mask is epic. So anyone wants one, let me know, and or I might even just include it in the description below. It's just off eBay. Been really happy with it.
Right, so I know you guys are a little bit far away, but I'm trying to keep my camera out of the way of welding at the moment. That's all in. So like I say, I don't plug weld it. I've always seam welded these in. So it's seam welded along there, along there, and along there. And again, some of my nicest welding. And yeah, you're never going to see it again. So I won't bother grinding any of that back. You're never going to see it. It'll always obviously get seam sealed, but there's so much more strength now back in this. Obviously it's joined it to the hill board, it's joined it to the arch, it's joined it to the door bin. And then obviously this, we're all follow suit with the new quarter. So I've just tried it on and this is all good. This area fits nice. I've got to do a bit of fettling at the back to get it to fit nice, but we now can move on to getting this in. So, and that just goes something like, after a bit of fettling in there. So in fact, it basically goes there. So let's mark that off now. I finally found its place. Yeah, and there's just a little repair that I want to do while I'm in here, and then yeah, we can start painting this Nightfire red. So another time lapse, guys, because I'm really just pushing along with this. We want to get this together, and yeah, it's 2 more panels on the car, which is quite nice. I know they're tiny panels, but it's 2 panels. So right, let's push on. All about cavity paint. Love it. Just done a fresh coat in there. Bits off chipped up, mocking these panels. Right, let's get the nail panel on. So before you thought I'd forgotten, I haven't. So just drilled some holes in there to plug weld that against the inner seal. Then I've zinc primed it. I will do the other side, but there's no point painting the other side until I've welded it in. But on this side, you know what's coming. I wanted to prime this, and then I'm going to mask that off. You'll see that's the face it's going against the inner seal, and then under there I'll give it a coat of paint as well. It's just so you know that it's solid, and then underneath everything it's all good. So overkill, but this car needs overkill. Let's get to it. Not gonna watch paint dry. Let's go and prep the rest of it and get ready to go. Absolute overkill, but hey, it's my project. Lovely. Look at that paint. Right guys, there's that lower panel in as well. So as you can see, I've plug welded it, and then obviously just seamed onto that. So that is all the kind of internal structure back into here. So I appreciate it looks a little bit messy at the moment, but I am not going to even bother grinding these welds back. You get a door bin cover that goes over all this. I'm going to prime this, seam seal it, and then obviously it'll get painted red. I'll get all the red paint in here as much as I possibly can, because then obviously the quarter panel is going to kind of cover all this, so I won't be able to get in here. But obviously you can see in there, it's all lovely. I get that isn't for everyone to do this, but it's how I wanted to do it. And obviously there's a seam of sealer there because we've had to put door bin bottoms in this as well. So it's quite a lot that's gone on in both the corners of this car, but I feel like there's a lot of strength back in it now. So yeah, right, on to the next job, which is getting the quarter panel all sorted out, but that's for another episode. Right guys, thank you for watching this video. Admittedly, I have not filmed much of my work, and I know a lot of people get angry with me for doing that, but I am really trying to fit this in as much as I possibly can at the moment. So I'm happy with where we've got to. All of this has kind of taken a good few hours to get right. I've kind of come in the week and tried to fettle it and stuff like that, but yeah, getting them in. I know 2 little panels, but it's 2 more panels off my head, like the list that's in my head. And once this quarter's on, I've got to repair the other quarter unless I change it. But I think I'm going to just carry on doing. I've saved as much of it as I can now. I'll keep going with it. But I think what we'll do, get this primed, get this in seam sealer. But what I'll do is I'll try and get the quarter fit in best I possibly can first, and then you won't ever see this again. So that's the idea of it. You obviously, you know, this is a structural part of the car that's all done. I feel like everything's rock solid on this car, so I can rock the whole car just by this little piece here, which is good. So onwards and upwards, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel. This is obviously a build that has dragged on for a little bit, but we are getting there with it. And just got off the phone to Pete, mate, and we're lining up the other projects as soon as possible. So that should be quite a fun one to do. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Never done one before, so it should be quite fun. Absolutely covered in dust. But yeah, I think it's time to chill out now for the evening, enjoy my weekend a little bit. But yeah, thank you for everyone that has watched this video. Please comment away down below. It's nice to have the discussion with you guys, and nice to see the people that enjoy watching these videos.
a lot of repair, a lot of work has gone into this corner, so it's taken a little bit of a while to get out of this. But like I say, off camera I'll get all the boring bits done, I'll get it painted, I'll get all this linished back and tidied up. Basically next episode we'll get the quarter on. That'll be a big episode. So I've obviously got all holes already plug welded in here, so we'll go with that. But what I might do is in between it use the spot welder, as did 2 really nice new panels, and then when the car's upside down I'll plug weld it as well, just to get rid of them holes. But yeah, we'll see how we get on, see how everything lines up, and yeah, catch you in the next one, guys. Remember to look at our sponsors, all the links in the description below, and yeah, thank you for following, and look after yourself. We're gonna get close. In theory, that is nearly one of the last panels to go on.